dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yay! We got people. Yay for people. Destroy us all! Yeah. I like pie. Yeah.
You're good. You're good. Good seats.
But y'all are here for Avatar cast. Yes, we all love that show. I grew up on that show. It's my favorite cartoon. I rewatch it every year, like I'm sure a lot of you guys do. But let's bring up the cast. We have Jack, Michaela, Jenny, Gray, and Olivia.
Are we on? Can we turn this up a little bit? A little bit? Checking. Sound test? Okay.
Oh, he's got to run over to the soundboard.
Okay.
He was over there. All right.
Azula's been banished to the end.
All right, so if y'all could just go down the line and introduce yourself and your character that you play.
Cool. Okay, we can do that. Hello, I'm Jessie Flower, aka Michaela Jill Murphy. Michaela is my birth name, Jessie Flower was my stage name, let's just clear that up now. I was 6 years old and thought it sounded cool, so I made it Jessie. And I play Toph Bayfon.
My name's Olivia Hack, and I play Ty Lee.
Hello, my name's Jack DeSena. I play the meat and sarcasm guy, Sokka.
Hey y'all, I'm Jenny Kwan, and I play your favorite Kyoshi warrior, Suki.
Greetings, peasants. It is I, the Fire Lord Azula speaking. And you're all banished. I'm losing my voice, so I'm feeling not as Fire Lordy as I know.
We are so honored. I'm fangirling like crazy right now. We are so honored to have you guys here at this con with us. Thank you so much for coming. But let's just get into the nitty gritty. So Avatar: The Last Airbender was this original concept. So what was like the audition process when you guys were auditioning for these characters? I could just go down the line or...
Oh, right.
Yeah, anybody?
I think they went to a lot of on-camera people first. They auditioned me and then they were like, maybe there's someone more famous. But then they came crawling back to me. Because they said that I didn't yell in my audition. A lot of people were yelling as Azula, but I figured it was way more creepy if I was just like, do the tides command this ship? Just like really down. It's scary. It's not yelling.
Yeah, but you're fabulous, so what else, you know? So I was supposed to be just a guest star for my first episode, but the way I'll try and make it brief, you know, we get sides. It's like an excerpt from the script. Went to my agent's office, went in, recorded it. Like a couple weeks later, they're like, oh, you have a callback. Went to Nickelodeon, and if you guys have seen pictures of Nickelodeon, it looks like a rainbow barfed in the lobby. And there were all these people, and they're like, ah! And so I went in and did my audition, and then they called me a week later. They're like, oh, you booked this role, a warrior named Sokka. I was like, cool. And that's how I did that first episode.
Yeah, similar process, just sent in a tape through my agent and auditioned and then did some callbacks. And then they locked in myself and Mae Whitman, who played Katara. They locked us in pretty early and then had us come through and help read a lot of different Aangs, because they were on a big search for Aang, yeah. So they were chemistry testing with us and then new Aangs. But yeah, just a normal audition process that I felt very lucky about.
So mine is different because I showed up, I guess I auditioned like everybody else, but then I showed up and I did my scenes to picture. So ADR, like I would do like a traditional anime. And so I just thought it was some random anime. I didn't know what was going on. And I know with Mae, who is played by Cricket, she had the same experience. So whatever was going on with Ty Lee and Mae, obviously like those performances weren't working. And so for our first 2 episodes, we like dubbed them. And then it turned out it was an actual TV show, so I didn't know that.
I feel so bad for whoever was playing.
I know, don't
they're
you?
just sitting alone, like rocking in a room. I could have been that. That was me.
No.
I feel like that happens. I don't know. Has that happened to you guys before though, or like you've been the before, the second, and then you see them cast, and you're like, oh, that's what they went with. It happens to it just happens.
Oh my God, a guy that I'm kind of going on some fun dates with, he turned down Chandler on Friends. He turned it down.
Sorry.
Turned it down. Yeah, he wanted to be the star of his own other thing that they were doing another show that I think it didn't even make it past the pilot. But Matthew Perry and him are still really good friends, and Matthew just never misses an opportunity to tease him about it. So.
That's wild. I came in season 2, as we hopefully know in this room, but maybe not. If you've never watched Avatar, here you go. I came in season 2, and I actually voiced a character in season 1 first. Her name is Mang. She's in the episode The Fortune Teller. She has a crush on Aang, calls Katara a floozy. Both of my characters clearly have beef with Katara. It's just what it is. And they were thinking about making Toph a girl at that time, because before she was supposed to be kind of like a Bolin type, like bro, kind of similar to, Bolin and Korra. And whenever I came in and read for Mang, apparently, Giancarlo, one of the directors, told me this, but Mike and Brian were like, I think Toph's gonna be a girl, and I think that's our Toph. And so when I auditioned, I did not know it was the same show. I didn't have cable, so I wasn't able to track stuff that I had voiced in TV. And so I went in, auditioned, came in, and then they were just like, yeah, we liked you as Toph. And I was like, oh, I know you people. So yeah, that was kind of just a lucky moment of Mang was just another regular audition that I happened to be in the right time, right place, matched up, and then thankfully they liked me for Toph. And so here we are. Yeah, there you go.
Well, we thank the casting director for casting you guys, most definitely. Well, for me personally, my favorite season I think is season 2. And I don't know if it's because season 2 is it's such hard hitting, there's so much going on with the turning point of the war is happening, and the Fire Nation has got too much power at this point by the end of it. And I think Azula has the best, besides Iroh, Iroh got all the philosophical stuff, but Azula has one of the best monologues in that season. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? The last 2 episodes when she's talking to Leash and Long Fang? Yeah, one of the best monologues.
Don't flatter yourself. You're never even playing.
So I want to know what is y'all's favorite season and your opinions about it, because why?
My favorite episode is the beach, because watching Azula try to flirt was hilarious. I remember reading the script at home and going, oh, this is gonna be fun. She's so awkward, and she just wants to overshoot.
Do the sharp line, Gray. I love when you
It's a sharp outfit, Chan. Sharp enough to puncture the hull of an Empire-class Fire Nation battleship, leaving thousands to drown at sea, because it's so sharp.
Iconic.
Yeah, season 3, because it all's leading up to season 3, really, right? So I don't know, and the finale is so great, and like Gray said, my favorite episode is the beach, and so that's in season 3, and yeah, I don't know, season 3.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. And then my personal favorite, just little arc, is all the Siege of the North stuff at the end of season 1. Getting to do all the stuff with UA, and I think just the visuals of that the setting and Aang's transformation and all of that, I just love that whole little run.
I feel like season 2, I also love season 2. That's a little biased for a reason, but I do agree with you. I feel like it's a lot of character building. There's a lot of Tales of Ba Sing Se, the chase. There's lots of side stories and just connection growing, and that's like all the good fodder, I don't know, for like character growth. And then season 3 is like very satisfying because everything's happening. But season 2 is just, I don't know, it's a special place in my heart. You know, we have to figure out how to coexist with guitar. There are 2 girls in the group, just kidding. Not really. So yeah, it's just I don't know, I like season 2 a lot, and probably favorite episode is the Tales of Bossing Say.
Yes, same.
Just cause it is, yeah.
So time for the deep question. So, anyone here over the age of 23? Raise your hand. Okay, yes. So my people that are around my age, I'm not really my age, I'm a lot older than that, but so we all know this show came out when we were basically in elementary school, and we've been watching it ever since. And I know for the fandom, I know for a lot of us in fandom, we rewatch this show every year because we think it is important because of, you know, the underlying messages for everything, and with the, you know, what's going on in the world, it like adapts to what's happening because it is so well written that it's relatable to all of us. So I would like to know, do you think that the show really helps reflect, you know, the world, and like, what are your opinions about it?
Yes. I think the fact that they put this on Netflix in 2020 was interesting. Just for, I mean, multiple reasons. The whole world was like shut down, so everybody felt like isolated and stuck, and it was just all chaotic. I think it's, again, going back, we're just gonna keep repeating things, but I can't help it. Mike and Brian, genius. It's crazy how conflict, like the essence of conflict, or I guess like the condition of conflict, is kind of infinite, right? Like it just grows and changes depending on whatever is happening. And I feel like I've gotten older and like grown up with my character. As my character, I learn more from her as I get older. I appreciate her more. I appreciate Katara more. You know, I grow. Finally, we got there. I just think it's really cool to have a show that is weirdly timeless like this. And you can't know that ahead of time. You just have to like wait and then keep rewatching it. And then you kind of realize each time you're like, oh wow, this still hits. There's still something I didn't notice last time that I learned from and that I can relate to something in my life now. Yeah, wild. So I think probably most of us will agree on that point. But yeah, I definitely have grown a lot with it and learned something new every time I watch it.
Yeah, and I'll say, like, in addition to just like the skill with which they tackled really big subjects, even just the willingness to, I think, was really shocking for a Nickelodeon show at that time. Yeah, I don't know how they pitched out like, okay, open on a genocide. The
sky is really pretty though.
Yeah, it's impressive. And then they tackled these huge subjects with really lovely grace. Yeah, just really got into some beautiful little nuance.
Oh, I was like, everyone else want to answer.
And I will just add, you know, it's interesting how people come up to us to this day and just say how much they have learned from watching Avatar, and again, because they're such universal subjects that just, they don't change, right? Certain universal subjects don't change, and it affects us all, right? And if it doesn't, I don't know what planet we're living on, but you know, to be on a show that has been able to touch so many different aspects and so many different lives, it's pretty cool.
Amazing. What time is this?
Got me some coffee.
I'm so sorry. What, me? Thank you. Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was really loud.
I don't know what it's like to be loud.
Neither do I. Everybody asks you what your favorite Moxie and Millie moments are. I want to know what your favorite Moxie and Blitz moment is.
Oh. You know what it is? And together we can learn to be fine. Because that's like that's the epitome of the Blitz and Moxie relationship. They have a mutual respect for each other, but they're not close. They can't get close. Not yet, anyway.
Oh.
But that's one of my favorite moments. I love that entire episode. That entire episode. Moxie and Blitz, the bad trip episode, we're working in sync together, and they're never afraid. They're never in danger by these agents. They don't worry about it. You haven't even asked us what we are. I'm a Virgo. Those moments, the coffee order, which I couldn't do, so don't ask me because I can't even remember all I remember is something about a latte. But that whole episode is my favorite Moxie and Blitz relationship, because that was just them together.
Thank you.
I think we're out of time.
We're already out of time?
Last question.
Wow.
Read for me.